So Robert Kennedy Jr. is all the rave this week. At least if you're an anti-vaxxer, this has been like a really good week for you because you're probably a fan of Robert Kennedy Jr. He is now slated to be speaking at a summit that is being hosted by Moms for Liberty. And if you've listened to my show any amount of time, I've explained to you in great detail how Moms for Liberty are nothing more than political operatives disguised as soccer moms. They are the new daughters of the Confederacy, and their organization has been correctly identified by the Southern Poverty Law Center as being a hate group because, well, that's what they are. I've dealt with them on the local level as they attempted to they successfully ousted yet another black superintendent on the local level. They have ousted multiple black superintendents across the country. They are the quote unquote joyful warriors of Ron DeSantis. And this is who Robert Kennedy Jr., who is primarying Joe Biden as a Democrat. This is who he's organizing with. This is who he's going to go speak for, Moms for Liberty. Just to put a fine point on the fascism that is at the heart of Moms for Liberty, the Indianapolis Star newspaper is reporting this morning that their local chapter of Moms for Liberty utilized a quote from none other than Adolf Hitler on their social media page. I just really want to give you more details on this because when I was kind of being hyperbolic when I called them fascists because I didn't really have quite all the evidence to show that they were actual factual fascists. But now they're quoting Adolf Hitler. You could be fascist adjacent and not quite be a full-blown neo-Nazi yet. But now they're quoting Adolf Hitler. And I want to read for you from the Indianapolis Star. They said the following: the Hamilton County chapter of Moms for Liberty, a national organization recently listed as an extremist group by a civil rights watchdog, introduced its first newsletter Wednesday, The Parent Brigade. Adolf Hitler was quoted on its front cover. Just below the Parents Brigade's masthead was a quote Hitler used at a Nazi rally in 1935. Quote, "He alone who owns the youth gains the future." Now, this is even more troubling when you consider how much money Republican and conservative billionaires are pouring into new media, into YouTube, into TikTok, onto Instagram. They are pouring so much money into Turning Points USA, the organization founded by Charlie Kirk, which was really nothing more than a billionaire construct. Right? A billionaire paid this kid a lot of money to go to every single college campus that he could to start chapters. And they are successfully recruiting all of the bigoted little white kids that they can find across this country. So when you put that quote, that Adolf Hitler quote, in context of what the conservative movement is currently doing, it is even more chilling. But this also has to be brought out when we talk about this psyops of a campaign that Robert Kennedy Jr. is running to primary Joe Biden. This is the person that these red-brown coalition leftists, make sure everyone is up to speed on what the red-brown coalition is. That's that faction of the so-called left that has sought for a very long time to create a coalition with brown shirts, with fascists, with the Republican Party, with conservatives. It's the horseshoe theory of those people who get so lost in the plot that their ideology horseshoes them right around to being conservative fascists. There has been a coalition that has been, there has been an attempt to build that coalition for a very long time. And in the aftermath of Robert Kennedy Jr. announcing that he's running for president, all of a sudden that entire faction of my former comrades started to line up behind him. And I just want to ask all of you who are supporting RFK, do you also support Moms for Liberty? Are you comfortable with Robert Kennedy Jr. organizing and being platformed by Moms for Liberty? And if you didn't know who they were before, do you see who they are now? Have you watched their agenda? Do you see them literally quoting Adolf Hitler? These Planned Parenthood soccer mom fascists, they are the tip of the spear in this movement that is spreading around the country, that is indoctrinating an entire generation with the hate that is necessary for the South to rise again, for fascism to win, and for Christian nationalism to become the official religion of the United States of America. This is who Moms for Liberty is, and that's who Robert Kennedy Jr. is organizing with. Govern yourselves accordingly, folks.